viewers out there. My name is Heinrich Neetling. Welcome to Mathematical Literacy. In today's lesson, we'll be focusing on tariff structures, but more specifically, we look at communication tariffs, parking tariffs, and transport tariffs. Now, before I get the show on the go, I want to share this interesting statistics with you. Did you know that there are nearly 3.5 billion, I'm going to say that again, 3.5 billion active social account media users, and every 6.4 seconds a new account is created. And it's been said that people spend around 142 minutes per day on social media. Now that's quite a lot, eh? Remember, you guys must spend your time on your academics. I just thought, let me share that with you. So what is it that I will expect of you today? So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to work with the following tariff structures. Communication tariffs, that will be landline, cell phones, and we'll have a look at that. Parking tariffs, and thereafter we'll also look at your transport tariffs. For example, minibus, taxis, train, and bus. Okay, what else is important for you guys? You must be able to compare two or more different options for a tariff system to determine the most appropriate, or in other words, the most cost-effective option for individuals with particular needs. So what else will be important for you? You must be able to calculate cost using given tariffs and or formulae, as you will see as we progress with this lesson. So what are the pre-knowledge that you should have? Okay, let's quickly check ourselves. Basic skills and concepts. For example, you must be able to do basic cost calculation. You must know the difference between landline and cell phone, for example. And also, you must be familiar with the terminology related to tariffs. For example, charge, rate, unit, and so forth. Then also, you are expected to know the different types of tariff structures. For example, your transport, communication, and later on you'll see we'll also work with electricity and water tariffs. Then also, you should be able to perform calculations involving any other form of a tariff. So we'll look at all of that. Now let's quickly put all of this into practice, right? So it's a short test basically, but it's just to test you. All right, so let's look at the first question here. It says, define the term tariff. So there's your level 1 questions, know your terminology. So we know that a tariff is normally a charge, and I'm going to write it here. A charge, and this charge can be either in rands or in cents. All right, so that is for per measuring unit, depending on what we're working with, water, electricity, and so forth. And this is for a specific, right, a specific service that is being delivered to you. All right, so I hope that is clear. Define the term tariff. It is a charge, normally in rand or cent, per measuring unit, and that's for a specific service. Let's look at our next question. True or false? When on prepaid, you get free minutes. Right, we all know that is definitely false, because when you buy prepaid, you basically pay for the minutes that you're going to spend. Okay, and then there's another question for us. Here we are asking, your calls are charged at 160 per minute, right? Calculate how much you will have to pay for a call that lasts 25 minutes. So it is 160 per minute. Can you see? So we are being charged per minute rate, and you are spending 25 minutes on your phone. So therefore, I'll take the 160, and I will multiply that by the 25 minutes to see how much I will have to pay. So let's quickly type that in. So we'll say 160 cents minus your 25, multiply by 25 minutes. So in this case, you'll have to pay 40 rand for spending 25 minutes on your cell phone. Okay, so can you see that was actually quite straightforward, and I'm sure you got all the answers correct. All right, let's see what else will be important for you to know. All right, just to give an idea of what to expect this today. So as I've indicated, we'll be looking at tariffs. And first up, we'll look at communication tariffs. Thereafter, we'll move on to parking tariffs. And lastly, we'll pay attention to your transport tariffs. So there are other important words that you should also be familiar with by now. So for example, and I already spoke about this, a tariff, as I've indicated, is a charge, normally in rand or cents, per measuring unit for a specific service, right? Such as electricity, water, telephone bills, and so on. Also, what is the formula we can use to calculate tariff. So to calculate the tariff, that's your cost per unit. We will take the total cost and we divide that by the number of units. I'm going to repeat that. To calculate the tariff or the cost per unit, we take the total cost and we divide that by the number of units. And then we're also saying here, tariffs are not always constant. So what do I mean by that? For example, the price per unit gets more expensive the more electricity, for example, that you use. So therefore, I said it's not always constant. All right, so let's quickly take a short comfort break. After the break, we'll be back and we'll focus on the specific tariff structures. I see you soon.